Hello and welcome to Daily Reflection with Aneel Aranha. Today is the 16th of September 2019 and we're going to reflect on Luke 7, 1-10. After Jesus had finished all his sayings in the hearing of the people, he entered Capernaum. A centurion there had a slave whom he valued highly and who was ill and close to death. When he heard about Jesus, he sent some Jewish elders to him, asking him to come and heal his slave. When they came to Jesus, they appealed to him earnestly, saying, "He is worthy of having you do this for him, for he loves our people, and it is he who built our synagogue for us." And Jesus went with them, but when he was not far from the house, the centurion sent friends to say to him, "Lord, do not trouble yourself, for I am not worthy to have you come under my roof. Therefore I did not presume to come to you. But only speak the word, and let my servant be healed, for I also am a man set under authority with soldiers under me, and I say to one, 'Go,' and he goes, and to another, 'Come,' and he comes, and to my slave, 'Do this,' and the slave does it." When Jesus heard this, he was amazed at him, and turning to the crowd that followed him, he said, "I tell you, not even in Israel have I found such faith." When those who had been sent returned to the house, they found the slave in good health. The Gospel of the Lord. Over the last several years, I have noticed that there are occasions when those who are not Christian seem to show more faith in Jesus than those who profess to know him. I am not surprised. We tend to get jaded about everything, and we get pretty blasé about Jesus too. He ceases to impress us anymore, and we have difficulty believing the testimonies that people tell about his great deeds. Many times, these testimonies are met with a sneer, not always concealed. Jesus seems to arrive at the same conclusion. There are only two people in the entire gospel whom he praises for great faith. One is a Syrophoenician woman whose daughter he delivers, and the other is the centurion that we just read about. One is a woman, the other is a man, but both are Gentiles. Both exhibit extraordinary faith, and Jesus is pleasantly astonished. He makes a great deal about their faith because it stands in sharp contrast to the faith of the Jews. But didn't they have faith, you might ask? After all, they came to Jesus for healing in great numbers. Yes, they did. But that is because they looked upon him like a magic genie, not as God. People will flock to just about anybody for healing, and you would surely have noticed that around you. But both these Gentiles understood that he was able to do miracles because he was God. The Jews, on the other hand, who should have known that he was God, if not by the prophecies about him contained in the Old Testament, then by the things that he did, which nobody had done before. But they kept asking him for signs that he was God until he told them that there would be no more signs except the sign of Jonah. He was, of course, referring to his death and resurrection, but as we know, that didn't convince most of them either. Do you believe that Jesus is God? A simple test of your faith is the answer to a question. Do you worry? Because the more you worry, the lesser your faith, and vice versa. Because if you truly believe that Jesus is God, then you have to believe that he is great and that he is good. And if your God is both great and good, then what is the reason to worry? Know what I'm saying? Think about it, and who knows? Jesus might say one day that you have great faith. Now, wouldn't that be something? God bless you.